This is going to be a nice and quick one.
Main event.
Khamzat versus Diaz. Khamzat dominates. And, yeah, I'm going home. See you guys.
It's just not the same without Alec here, is it?
It isn't.
It's not the same. Alec, come back in.
I tried. It's just not the same. He's got this tone about him, you know. Like, it's like how'd you describe it? Like
a wine?
Like he's a massive piece of shit. There's something charming about him.
Don't you talk bad about Alec De Silva.
I love you, Alec. Why are you standing up for him?
I don't know. If he was here, I wouldn't be. I'd be having a go at him.
It's how we show our love.
Khamzat Chimaev is $1.08 and Nate Diaz is $7.50. I'm going to say straight off the bat, I'm picking Nate. All right, and I'm going to tell you why. Firstly, Khamzat Chimaev, whoever chose Khamzat's Wikipedia page, it looks like a badly taken Polaroid photo from like the 90s.
Yeah.
And he's in a group of about 30 people and they've just zoomed in on him and just taken. That's a horrible photo. Get a better photo of Khamzat, Wikipedia.
He deserves respect.
Bunch of clowns. Khamzat. Am I saying Khamzat supposed to fight Burns in 2020? Well, I get that wrong. I don't even know what I wrote.
I think that is correct, though.
He was supposed to fight. Oh, that's right. And he got COVID.
Yeah.
He got COVID and then
the whole Leon thing happened.
And then he got long COVID. That's right. Then he got long COVID, which I don't even know if it's a thing. And then he was talking about retiring.
That's right. Yeah, because he got COVID so badly. It was like affecting his lungs and stuff or something.
Do you know who talked him out, who apparently talked him out of this? I'm going to be very delicate on this one. No, I'm just going to edit that whole fucking thing out, actually. I'm not getting involved in any of that. I'm not getting involved in any of that stuff that's going on over there. I'll just leave that out.
Fair enough.
Okay. He's supposed to be fighting Burns in 20. Everyone knows everything about Khamzat and what he can do and what he does. I think he did very well against Burns. I think Burns was hard done by with those odds.
Yeah.
I still think he beat.
Close.
I think he beat Burns.
Yeah, same.
But Burns is a world-class fighter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he went from fighting people like
Damian Maia.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Khamzat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So Khamzat went from beating people like Reese McGee, Gerald Merchant, and Li Jingliang, Li Jingliang's good. And then straight up to Gilbert Burns. Yep. That is a massive jump.
And he won. It's crazy.
And he won. And I don't think anyone can argue with that. Okay. Nate Diaz. I've never picked... I've never been the biggest Nate fan. I'm not going to deny that. He's currently ranked 20.
Yep.
Okay. That Leon fight from Usman on the weekend, that reminded me so much of the reverse of Leon and Nate.
Yeah.
Where Nate was losing and clearly losing and then didn't finish him when he actually rocked Leon. Because Leon was in some real trouble there.
Oh, he was nearly out.
He just had jelly legs and Nate just wanted to point at him and talk trash. And I said, Nate, you should have finished him. I tipped Leon, so I'm a Leon fan.
Yeah.
But I said it was very similar to the Leon Usman fight, but just without the finish.
Yeah.
I reckon if Nate gets cut, as he cuts so easy and he bleeds, I think he's going to run the risk of this fight getting stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he's getting teed off on, even if he's still got all his marbles, he's fully conscious, I reckon the ref may step in and stop it.
Yeah.
Just because of how quick he does bleed.
This fight is not going the distance. Khamzat is going to sub or KO him. There's no way. I just don't see. There is no reality in where Nate wins this fight at all. I've said it. That's
none.
It. No, not a single. What do you think? What if an asteroid
comes in?
No, what do you think?
How
do you think Nate can win this?
I think Nate, off his back. I don't know. No, not off his back. I reckon Nate on the ground. He's just too unpredictable. He's too unpredictable and he's too batshit crazy to actually go in there and fight Khamzat like you should. Like you have to fight Khamzat. He'll go in and fight Khamzat like he was fighting Gray Maynard or any of those guys that he fought before. He's going to go in and fight exactly the same as he always fights. And I know he's got the wins over, Pettis. Pettis was on his way out, and he's got the win over McGregor. I understand that McGregor was going up. I think Nate has a chance. I don't think you can write anyone. What? Okay.
No, it's fair.
Tell me exactly how you reckon Hamzat is going to finish him. Tell me. If you had to put money on it, what would you do?
I will be putting money on it. Hamzat is going to pick Nate up, drop him on his head, and just dominate him on the ground. I don't think Hamzat's even going to bother standing with him. I think he's going to keep it nice and short and sweet. And I just don't think Diaz's ground game, which is good, is at the level of Hamzat. And I also think, and I think this is a huge factor.
Jeez, you are going harder than pain on this one. Go ahead.
I think Diaz, compared to Hamzat, is so much weaker in strength. And I think Hamzat will be able to do whatever he wants to this man. Honestly, that's just... Diaz has no chance of winning. Not a chance. I've said what I've said.
You are actually giving someone a 0% chance.
A 0.01.
I gave Talia Santos a 0% chance against Shevchenko, and she won that fight.
But the thing is, the only way Diaz wins this is if Hamzat injures himself or something. You never know. So that's that 0.01% there.
I think Hamzat's going to try to... I don't think Hamzat's going to want to make a fight of this. I think he's going to want to come in and finish it very early and absolutely humiliate and destroy Nate Diaz.
So why are you picking Nate?
I'm saying this is what Hamzat wants to do.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think after that Burns fight, I think he doesn't want to, after doing what he did prior and then going 5 rounds. It was 5 rounds with Leon, wasn't it? Yeah.
With Burns.
Not Leon. I think he wants to get out there. He likes to get in, get it done, and get out.
I agree.
I'm going to go. Oh, this is going to be so juicy. I'd love to see these odds. I'm going to go an early submission, rounds 1 or 2. I very much doubt they're going to have odds up for this already. I'm going to go Nate Diaz. I think he is going to... just being as unpredictable. Jesus, these two. With him and Tony, anything could happen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go Nate. I truly believe Nate can get this done.
Do it. Go with Nate. Do it. It's fine.
Highly unlikely. And I've never tipped Nate Diaz in my entire life because I'm not a big Nate Diaz fan. I admit it. But I think Nate's going to get this done.
I just want to see Nate and Nick fight.
Oh, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen.
I'd love to see it.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I think Nate would do him in.
Oh, God.
Especially Nick now. He's in the bad pastures. I think Nate's going to catch Hamzat somehow. Because everyone thinks with this that Nick Diaz is just going to want to get it to the ground. I think Hamzat's hands are far superior to Nate. But is Hamzat going to just try to knock him out, or is Hamzat going to take him down?
I feel like Hamzat's just going to take him down and dominate him. That's what I think.
That'll actually suit Nate a little bit better.
I don't know. I just maybe it does. Nate's ground game's better than his striking, but I just think against Hamzat, it's not. I think Hamzat is just so much stronger than Nate. I don't know.
Who do you reckon could beat Hamzat?
Usman.
Yeah.
Could beat Hamzat. Leon couldn't beat Hamzat, I don't think.
Colby against Leon?
Colby against Leon. Oh, that's a good one.
That's close.
I would back Colby in that. I'm a bit of a Leon hater, to be honest. That whole thing of when he was trying to fight anyone, and he was making it out I'm calling out all these people, but no one wants to fight me, and
he was the one backing out of the fight.
Yeah, that pisses me off. I hate that so much. But I think Usman is probably the only person that really comes to mind that I think has a good chance to get against Hamzat. And Gilbert Burns, because he got close. But I don't think Colby could beat Hamzat.
I'll tell you what is interesting. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
You tell me.
Haven't looked. I will. I'll tell you exactly right now. Okay. I'm going Nate Diaz. That's what I reckon. I reckon Nate.
Delusional.
I don't know how he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it, though.
Like a leg lock or something.
No, I reckon Nate's hands.
Fuck.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I can see Nate Diaz with his hand raised in this fight. Okay, but this is where it gets juicy. Okay, if Diaz wins, have a look at the rankings. Where would he go? He's currently not ranked. I think he's ranked 20, so he's not even in the top 15. Currently, if Nate wins, where would you sit him?
Like, 14, 13 maybe?
He'd have to jump up there, though.
You think so?
But where? I'd probably push him ahead of Wonder Boy.
Really?
Yeah, I'd have to. I know his record prior to this isn't that great, but with the UFC, I'm not saying he deserves to be there, but actually where he would be,
Yeah.
I reckon he'd go there. And it's just, where would Hamzat go?
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's madness. It is. I was just thinking trying to work out these rankings after he wins.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard.
He'd have to shoot back into top 10, I believe. I reckon he's going to be. But you have a look, and can he go ahead of Jorge because Jorge beat him?
Yeah.
And where would Hamzat go? Could he drop below Gilbert Burns because he just beat Gilbert Burns? You can't go below Jeff Neal because Jeff Neal just had a massive win over Vicente.
Oh,
Sean Brady's on the charge.
Or what about just number 10?
So behind Jorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Well, you could even just take Jorge, to be honest. It's not like he's doing much.
Going 9. Sean Brady, Stephen Thompson, that's still very generous. Him sitting at 7.
I agree.
I reckon Nate Diaz is going to slot in at 7 if he wins. But where does Hamzat go?
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me. It's like, where are you going to put Hamzat? You can't.
Where could you possibly? Because would you still keep him above? Because technically he can't be ranked higher than someone he's just lost to.
Yeah, true. That's true. So it's like, what? He'd probably slot in at 13, maybe 12.
Hamzat.
And then one of them would piss off. Pereira would probably go. Or if Lee loses to Tony, it makes it a bit easier. Because then...
Oh, Lee's out. Lee's out of the top 15 if he loses this to Tony.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vicente's coming off a loss. He can't be... He's got a better... So he's got to be above Vicente.
He got finished as well.
So Hamzat, even if he loses, he's got to be... This was racking my brain last night. If Hamzat loses, he's got to be above Vicente.
Yep.
He's got to be above Stephen Thompson. But he has to be below Nate.
Yeah.
And so you'd have to fit Nate in at 7. And do you reckon they would drop 5 places for someone who's been undefeated and drop 1? They probably won't.
You know what? I don't think any of this is going to matter. Do you want to know why?
I'm just saying, because you reckon Hamzat's going to win.
No. I think even if Nate wins, right, which he won't, but if Nate wins, he's going to retire.
Do you think?
I think so.
I had an idea that's just pure juice.
Because this is his last fight on his contract.
Apparently. I think, this is what I think.
Oh, Jesus.
I think Usman isn't going to get a title shot because there's going to be something where Leon says, no, I want to fight in the UK. And he's a champ, so he should be able to make that call.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Usman's not going to get it. I don't think Colby's going to get it straight away. Who's Colby beaten recently? Anyone?
He beat... Well, he lost to Usman.
Was that his last fight?
I think so.
I should know this.
He beat Jorge.
Yeah,
he beat Jorge,
Jesus
of course.
Of course he did. Okay, so Jorge is not getting a shot.
No.
The only reason he would get a shot is because of what he did backstage with Leon, God knows how long ago, which actually what gave Jorge all the credibility. So Colby, I don't think Colby's going to get a shot. If Hamzat loses, he's not going to get it. Gilbert Burns won't. Bilal won't because he just hasn't. Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel, won't do it.
Bilal's on a streak though, isn't he?
Yeah, but Bilal still has to beat someone decent to get up there. Bilal, I like Bilal. He's doing well. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Nate Diaz comes in. He beats Hamzat. Shoots to number 3 on the rankings.
Jesus.
and just pushes everyone down one. Because that's fair. Hamzat will drop one position if he loses, okay? Only this is when, because I'm bringing the rankings into it as well. Straight up, Nate comes in at 3 and everyone just drops down one. So Hamzat goes to 4, Gilbert goes to 5 and so on.
Okay.
Okay. Because Usman and Covington aren't going to get the title shot. Nick will get a title shot against Leon, and he'll fight anywhere, and he will. Nate may get it done, and then Connor versus Nate 3 for the welterweight title.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Aside from the fact that Nate has to beat Hamzat for any of that to happen, but like,
could you imagine the UFC frothing over that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would love it.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, say Hamzat and Nate goes to decision somehow, and Nate clearly got dominated and all of that.
He'll complain.
Like, unanimous decision to Nate. Just so they can get him to the title.
So you reckon they're going to give it to Nate?
Oh, probably not. Like, if they did, there would be riots. Like, if he was to get dominated, but then they give it to Nate. Oh, yeah, nah.
There's so many possibilities at the moment. There are so many.
That gets me really excited, though.
Can you see? I reckon if Nate wins, the rankings are going to be the most fascinating thing for me to see. Because you also go pound for pound. And hang on, Hamzat isn't ranked in the pound for pound. Could Nate even slot into a pound for pound ranking? Maybe.
No.
Don't know.
Not if Hamzat's not in there.
I don't know. If he can beat Hamzat, which I believe he will, the rankings, whoever has to do the welterweight rankings is in so much trouble because you cannot make everyone happy.
Yeah.
There are going to be some miserable people. But how good would that be if I got it? Nate, quick finish. I'm talking around 1 or 2. Submission of Hamzat. Quick turnaround. Not quick turnaround, but, Leon only won it last weekend. So if he does get the win, they're going to both be looking to fight possibly December. Send Nate over to the UK. Take the belt off Leon.
It's exciting.
It's so good. There's so many possibilities.
I think regardless of how this fight goes, Nate will retire, though. Because he clearly wants out of the UFC. He's been saying it forever. He's getting older. He sucks. So it's just like, I don't know. I just don't think any of this is going to happen.
What if they dangle the title shot card?
Does Nate even care, though?
He cares.
You think so?
He cares. I'm just saying it could happen.
Maybe.
That would be so juicy, wouldn't it? That'd be so good.
Yeah.
I don't even like Nate.
I can't stand him. I hate the Diaz brothers.
I just think... I think just the person trying to sort the welterweight rankings.
You better not change this pick at all.
No, I guarantee I'm going Nate.
Good.
It's part of my DK5 stats 1,000,000 to 1 bet. DK5 stats.